Hello, everybody. It's Kate Richburg, and I hope you guys can hear me because I don't have my headphones. So let me know if you can hear me right now as I'm talking to you. I hope you can. Give me a thumbs up here or just let me know if you can. Okay, perfect. You can hear me. Hurrah. Excellent. Well, I'm coming to you from an undisclosed location. I actually drove between the time I saw you guys earlier this morning with my morning broadcast and this afternoon to wrap up this great bead extravaganza today. I drove from the Bay Area into Fresno. So I am actually at my parents' house for the weekend. We're going to get some things ready for the move. So it was great. So I had a little bit of a drive, listened to a lot of podcasts. Yes, Mary, I am live. Hello, here I am. Here you are. Great. It's great to hear you. My mom is watching in the other room. So you never know what's going to happen there. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in and I've got one last final really fantastic giveaway that I'm going to give away in just a few. So let me show you. You may have seen it, of course, on the notification. But I have one last thing, and I thought, you know what? Let's close up big, right? So I have a set for you of my very favorite earring in the world. I have a pair. People have ordered them. These have gone all over the world. It's my Corazon earrings, and they're in sterling. And I'm going to give them away today on this broadcast in just a few. And for those of you who haven't done giveaways with me before, the way we do this is, and I'll show you what to do, and then I'll talk a little bit, and then we'll do the giveaway. And then I'll go to dinner because it's been a long day. So what you're going to do, you guys, just to say giveaways entries are accepted on this live broadcast that's going on right now on 10/15/21, and it is 5:12 p.m. on the West Coast. So if you're watching this live, you will get a chance to win. So what you want to do, and it looks like everybody has done this from the shows previously today, but if you're watching this in a private group like our Great Beat Extravaganza group, or my group, Create with Kate Richburg, you need to go to StreamYard.com, which is the platform I use to stream, and grant them Facebook permission to see your name, so I can see your name in the comments. Okay, so then when you comment, what you're going to comment, and you can comment as many times as you want, but it's only going to see you one time. Okay, so you are going to enter hashtag earrings in the comments to enter the giveaway. Okay, for my Corazon earrings in sterling. They're little aventurine cabochons in there, made by my very own two hands with a little hallmark on the back and stuff like that. So I hope you love them. I love them too. So start entering that hashtag earrings in the comments, and I'll pull a winner in just a little bit. But I wanted to talk a little. Oh, good. Everyone's entering and I can see your names. That's perfect. I'm super excited. Emily, you're good. I see Emily saying she can't get the video to work. There's no link. You're right in the place. If you have trouble with when you're watching any of these live streams, exit out of whatever, especially with Facebook. It's so glitchy. Exit out of the platform and then come on back in, and then you should be able to see it. Sometimes if you're on Wi-Fi and not data, or if you're watching from data, things sometimes get slowed down. So jump out, come back in, etc. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Great Beat Extravaganza and a little bit about some of my social stuff. And then I want to show you a couple of things I've been reading, right? Because I like to call myself an omnicrafter, right? You've seen me. I do beadwork on the Bead Shop channel on Wednesdays and Fridays on lives at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. I do some metal smithing and other jewelry making content, sometimes beads, whatever floats my boat, over on my Kate Richburg YouTube and my Create with Kate Richburg group. You can find all kinds of metal smithing stuff and all that there. Jewelry really is my first love. But let me tell you also, you guys, I love to do a whole bunch of other stuff. We've got sewing. I'm sitting here in my mom's dining room, right? And she's making, behind me, you can see, this is where I get it, a big chest of stuff to make holiday wreaths for her boutique. I'm going to turn this so you can kind of see a couple of wreaths that are right there. See, this is like the earring, the workshop there. You maybe can also see the very top of my dad out there. But so I like to think that all of us, when we create, we don't create in a vacuum. We like to create together, right? Number one. Number two, we may also not just do one thing, right? We'll do like wreath making, like my mom's doing right now, or quilting, or knitting, or whatever you like to do. But I like to put that all under the big umbrella of the Omnicrafter. So I want to know, and you can drop it in the comments here, or you can always drop me a line at katerichburg@gmail, or you can find me at kate@beadshop.com. There's my mom. Oh, my mom is, what is that?
It's a hard set.
Oh, okay.
I'll open it.
Oh, look. Oh, yeah. All right. You sure?
Yeah.
My mom's so good. She's making
Cocktail time.
It's cocktail time here in the Jananian household. So my mom's handing me a nice cool drink. So I'd love to know, you guys, what you want to learn. And give my social, let me share this with you. I would love for you to give my social a follow, because I want to know what it is. If it's beadwork, awesome. If it's beyond beadwork, that's also awesome. You can find me. Whoops, let me take this banner down here real quick. You can find me at BeadKate on Instagram. You can find me over at my YouTube channel at Kate Richburg. And oh, cheers, Mama. Thank you. I'll show you this. I'll cheers you in a second.
There's my cane.
There's your cane. Where's your cane? You're walking around this house without your cane. Get your cane. You can also join my page. I've got two really great Facebook groups, the Create with Kate Richburg Facebook group, as well as my page, Kate Richburg Jewelry Educator. And drop me a line on any of those social feeds, because I'd love to know, like, do you want to learn some sewing? Do you want to learn, I don't know, whatever it is, because believe me, I know how to do it all, from tatting to quilling, and I'm not kidding. So let me get this off of the screen so I can see you again. Let me put that, we're still doing that giveaway, so go ahead and enter hashtag earrings in comments. And cheers, my mom just got me a cider. It may or may not be hard cider. I'd never tell. And this fantastic fall foliage cup, I kind of like that. It goes with our fall fest. So we've got a lot of things coming up on, yeah, she's saying my mom rocks. Yes, she does. She does indeed. Bringing me a cool drink. I like this. Sandy, your daughter calls you a hobby hopper. I love that term. I think that's great, because, you know, sometimes we get, I don't know, not bored, but we need a little bit of mental stimulation. So I think, you know, going from craft to craft is not a bad idea. So good. Christine, that's awesome. I can see you. Don't be confused. You've granted StreamYard permission, and I can see it's you right there. Perfect. So put in that hashtag earrings in the comments to enter that giveaway. See, I'm feeling more relaxed as we speak. One sip of cider. Let's see. Brenda says she's done a little bit of everything, though I'm a master of none. I just enjoy learning new things. Brenda, I can relate to that. I am a master of very little. I just try and keep 2 steps ahead of all of you guys. So as long as you're enjoying yourself, as long as you're having a great time, and as long as you have mastery in your mind, or you don't mind at all, right? do it. It's okay. Um, I like to dabble, and this is good. Emily is saying beading on cloth or leather for jewelry. Emily, I have. If you jump over to my Insta, I just posted. I've been going through my archives because I am going through a move. Don't worry, I'm not leaving bead shop. I'm not leaving my student. Don't worry, nothing's going to change. I'm only transplanting. Chris and I are getting the cats. We're going on the road a little further down the California midsection here. But I posted on my Insta a leather cuff that is from a class from years ago that I'm thinking about revisiting. So you may want to go over there and take a look at it. I'm pretty pleased with it, right? And so, Janie, definitely something without fumes. You're sharing your craft space, sharing your craft space with your parrots. I like that story. I thought you said parents for a minute, and I was like, I love that your parents craft, but I also love that your parrots craft as well. Okay. Or like to watch you craft anyway. So this is tasty. So let me show you what I've been doing. In addition to making earrings, the earrings you're going to win. These are my, if you're jumping in late, these are the earrings you're entering to win. And I want to talk, let me just show you here real quick before I get to these books that are sitting next to me. I am a big fan of marking your work. And Janice and I, we had a meeting with our bead shop VIBs. It was a few weeks ago, and we talked about like getting pieces ready for market and stuff like that. And so I talked a little bit about hallmarking your work or stamping your work and stamping your name on your work and stuff like that. So I think it would be kind of fun to talk about that one of these broadcasts on my Kate Richburg channel. So if you're at all interested in that, I think it's fun. Janice told me this way back in the day when I first started making things. And she said, Kate, you need to mark your work so that when it ends up in the Smithsonian, it'll say Kate Richburg and not unknown maker. I took that to heart completely. So I agree with that. I also talking about Bead Shop, you know that I do broadcast every Wednesday and Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. You also can give our social a follow over there, our Insta at beadshop.com. Facebook, the Bead Table, we have an amazing group of over 7,000 beaders over there who exchange ideas, and it's great times. And of course, like and subscribe over on our Bead Shop YouTube channel. We'd love to see you over there. I have a couple of offers, and then I'm going to show you what's on the table next to me. You watched earlier, there may be a few of these left, just a few of my curated mix I had today, the Moon Dance. If you haven't watched that broadcast, you can go back and watch it. I'm going to play around with working on this necklace that I'm playing around with, but you can find it over on the beadshop.com website. And all this month for October, you can take 10% off of all your orders over on Bead Shop and use coupon code autumn10 at checkout. And then I have a little something for you on the Kate Richburg site. And I want to thank you guys for placing orders today. I've got some fun beads. I've got a little bit of that mix that I made for the last Great Bead Extravaganza. I was pretty pleased with that little mix. So there's a few there. And you can, whoops, sorry, I took myself away there. If you enter, let me get the right banner up here, enter code TAKEOVER at checkout on my, I have to switch here to me. If you enter code TAKEOVER at checkout, just for today only, today, 10:15, I will give you free first class shipping on the Kate Richburg Jewelry website. Okay, so if you want a torch, if you want some beads, whatever, some of my jewelry, it's all over there, and the shipping first class will be free. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me show you what books I've got going on here, and then we're going to do our drawing, okay, for these. So I brought some things to kind of read this weekend, and I wanted to share with you a couple of things. You may be familiar with, maybe not, I follow them on Instagram. They're a reenactment supplies company for fabrics. So there are a lot of costume makers, costume lovers that make reenactment costumes or make kind of their own take on reenactment costumes. I'm totally fascinated by it. As you know, I came from the costuming world. Well, Burnley and Trowbridge is a company in Williamsburg, Virginia, and they have really great fabric, but they also have little books that they have made. This one is called Death Head Buttons. And you're like, Kate, what is that? Well, I ran across this guy who did a YouTube, and maybe if you Google Death Head Buttons, you'll find his, I should have looked for his tutorial. But what those buttons were on fabric, usually men's frock coats, they're buttons that have been wound with thread, and they're, for whatever reason, called death head buttons. And you can see here on the front, they're all in one color. These are in multiple colors. So I've always loved, as you know, I love to make coin buttons. I've loved buttons in every form. So these are some of the old ones. So they just made this little pamphlet on how to actually make these as they did way, way, way back in the day. So I've got that to read. I know, riveting, right? But I'm kind of excited about that. Then I also got, they had this little book that they made called The Lady's Guide to Plain Sewing by a lady. You know that I do a lot of stitching on a lot of my, on leather, things like that. And I just thought it was really super charming. It's a little book that you can, it's a little guide that talks about, simple hand sewing stitches, very easy to read. But I thought it was so charming, so I grabbed it. And I'm going to brush up on my hand sewing stitches. So anyway, I'll answer a couple of questions, and then we will get this giveaway on the road. I have a question here from Mary. Mary, do I ever use a soldering iron to create jewelry? So, Mary, there are uses for soldering irons, but not in the kind of jewelry that I do in my books. But I have made some like those stained glass pieces. But stay tuned. I might be ready to put my soldering iron back out. I'm not sure. We'll see. Well, it looks like I'm going to share our giveaway tool right here. It looks like we have a bunch of people who have entered right there. I've got 46 entries. So I'm going to go ahead and do my drawing. Let's go. Whoops. Let's go. There we go. And I really appreciate you guys sticking with me today for this takeover for the Great Bead Extravaganza. It was really fun to have you all. Wendy Flicker, who is watching on one of our Facebook channels. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this so I know it's you, Wendy. And all you need to do, Wendy, to claim your prize is to email me, katerichberg@gmail.com. Okay? And I will send those out to you. So congratulations. I hope you love them. I loved making them. So stay tuned, you guys, for we've got more takeovers through until the Great Bead Extravaganza starts in November, on Friday, November 12th with our preview night, and that goes the 13th and 14th. We also have let me show you this here real quick. Let me get this up. It's our Great Bead Extravaganza, the Great Bead Trade. It goes right here on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page, where we have done a bead swap amongst the different presenters, and we each have an hour. We've partnered up. I'm partnered with Jill McKay, and that's at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on the 5th of November. But you can see that, and it's also posted in the group. You can drop me a line anytime right here, katerichberg.com. katerichberg@gmail.com if you have any questions. But I'm super excited that you joined me today. Oh, good, Wendy, you just screamed and scared your hubby. Well, I'm so glad. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to pull for the book, the social media giveaway that's going on the Great Bead Extravaganza page right now. If you haven't gone and joined and commented on it, comment, and I'll pull that winner in the morning. Okay. And so Janie would like the offer one more time. You bet. So Janie, on my website at katerichbergjewelry.com, let me take this banner off of my name. You want to enter code TAKEOVER at checkout on my website, Kate Richberg Jewelry. If you're shopping over at Bead Shop, my alter ego, you can enter all month. My free shipping is only good for today, but you can enter Autumn 10 all month at beadshop.com and get 10% off at checkout. And follow us. Go jump on our newsletters, because that's our best way to communicate with you. Okay, and you'll get all of that info. It's also on the top banner. There's usually some kind of offer on the top banner over there at Bead Shop. That does it for me and my hard cider. Thank you so much. Oh, you're all very, very kind. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed today. Okay. And yes, Mary, Takeover is the free shipping on my website, Kate Richberg Jewelry. Takeover, all one word, for orders over $35 with free first class shipping. Okay. So that's the story. I'm sticking with it. So thank you ever so. Go give those socials a follow. Again, we couldn't do it without you. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week, Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on the Bead Shop YouTube, and I'll have a great project for you then. Thanks so much, everybody. Cheers.